The Princess Alliance is back for season 2 of She-Ra. What are our heroes up to? Is the internet still raging because she's wearing shorts? Probably. I'm Kris Carr, and today on Nerdflix and Chill, we're talking all about the second season of She-Ra.
Oh, yeah.
Before we dive in, big shout out to our super nerd sponsor of the day, Roni Maburo. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors on Patreon like Roni, we get to keep binging, reviewing, and having these weird-ass jobs that our parents are tremendously confused by. Graphics, oh yeah. I wrote this.
Baby, you can call me, you can call me out.
Head over to our Patreon page and see if a donation tier works for you. We'll thank you with so much stuff, and you'll get cool things in return. If you're broke like I am, no worries. Liking, sharing, and subscribing are still awesome ways to show how much you love us. On to She-Ra.
Thanks for dropping in.
Dropping in? Because you dropped her from the sky.
As always, guys, we're heading into spoiler territory. If you want to go into this show as oblivious as Adora was about the evil horde being evil, then maybe come back to this video later.
Hey, Adora.
Did you mean to do that? Because if you did, it's a terrible weapon.
Is not.
We're continuing the story from season 1. The Princess Alliance seems to be getting a little testy with one another, but they're staying the course and taking on Hordak's horde, still being led by Adora's ex-bestie, Catra.
Is the one you call Catra not mean?
No, she is.
There.
Season 1 had a strong through line and a clear mission: unite the princesses, form an alliance, and kick some horde butt. But we had an overarching story with themes of friendship, responsibility, duty, etc., but packaged in mostly one-off adventures. Season 2 is much more focused on the characters themselves. Each rebel princess has a distinct personality, which leads to a much more interesting group dynamic. It's fun to watch these princesses butt heads and spar with one another.
Our powers grew. We should try to recapture that energy. Maybe we should hold hands and think healing thoughts.
While the character development is fantastic and fun, and those narrative themes are still woven into the story, at a mere 7 episodes, this season doesn't have enough time to really play with them and delve into them. Don't get me wrong, this season is still fun and funny, but I just wish there was more time. I feel like I constantly talk about Netflix's pacing problem, but it's really hard for a lot of these shows, but particularly the animated ones, to find a good stride. The nature of binge watching makes it difficult to decide what's too much and what's too little. That's a hard thing to nail. It's pretty subjective. It's art. I don't know what it is, but I know what I like.
It's learning!
Yeah, well, I'm about to teach it something. For the honor of Grayskull!
Instead of questing for allies, our story focuses on Adora training with Lighthope, the AI Jor-El hologram living in her crystal castle, and working to gain better control over her powers and expand her abilities.
Master your emotions, or you are destined to repeat the mistakes of the last She-Ra.
No pressure, huh?
There is quite a bit of pressure. Was that not clear?
Adora struggles throughout the season with this burden of power, and how if she fails to master her powers, Eternia will fall. Additionally, she worries that she could become like Mara, the previous She-Ra who went down a dark and deadly path. We really see this fear and doubt come to a head in a fantastic Dungeons & Dragons inspired episode.
He's dead.
Oh, what? Tiny Bo, you will be avenged!
First Voltron, now She-Ra. Netflix, I feel so seen.
Made these for you.
Our plans always fall apart. Always. It'd be impressive if it wasn't terrifying.
We have gotten really good at improvising, though.
That is far and away my favorite episode of the season. It's fun, it's filled with 5th edition references, and it includes a fantastic nod to the OG She-Ra series when we shift to Bo's perspective.
Fools, I won't let you destroy my perfect plan.
What? This is kind of amazing.
Seeing those classic She-Ra costumes and that insanely punny dialogue is a sweet little love letter to classic She-Ra, and I so appreciate it. Was it maybe the writers giving the finger to angry fanboys with a, "Is this what you want? Are you not entertained?" If it was, that is even better.
Now we're all hoping this plan kills us.
We also build on the relationship of Adora and Swiftwind. The two are meant to be bonded to one another, as it's Swiftwind's destiny to work with and for She-Ra. And watching that pony try to force that intense friendship is fantastic.
Your destinies are intertwined.
They sure are. Hi, Dora. I've been here for a while, but there wasn't a good moment to make my grand entrance until now.
Swiftwind was the standout side character this season.
Dora and Swiftwind on an adventure, fixing a thing that Mara broke when she went nuts.
Swiftwind,
Could you not do that?
It's hard to tell if it's Adam Ray's fantastic delivery or the amazing one-liner Swiftwind gets. Either way, he is so sweet and goofy that you can't help but love him.
Is this?
Our sacred bond?
The other characters grow and change too. Glimmer is now mentoring Frosta, who is just as eager to prove her worth in battle as Glimmer was season 1.
I was sort of in the middle of something here. Do you mind?
It's more effective if you hit them in their core processing unit.
Catra is struggling to stay in Hordak's favor since Entrapta has proved to be more useful with her tech know-how. Scorpia continues to try and be Catra's new bestie. Or maybe more. That seemed like some hardcore flirting.
Really? Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh, gosh. Look at us. Just 2 peas in a pod.
There isn't a lot of Adora Catra screen time though, and their sparring was one of the strongest elements of season 1.
You, on the other hand, you're not looking so good.
You definitely feel that absence, and it doesn't help that Scorpia specifically calls out that bond and that chemistry. You're like, yeah, Scorpia, why aren't they in scenes? That was dope, I missed that.
Even when you're trying to kill each other, you can tell there's a real bond there. I wish she would see me as being worth her time too.
What I truly have enjoyed throughout this show is that both the heroes and villains are given equal screen time. Their journeys are given the same levity. Sure, you aren't rooting for Catra to win, but you understand her viewpoint. You get why she's on this path, why she feels abandoned, how desperately she needs to feel needed and given purpose. There just isn't time to really properly explore that this season. It's there, but it feels like we're just getting the tip of the iceberg due to time constraints.
I've been a little busy, almost toppling Bright Moon and coming closer than anyone ever has to conquering the planet for the Horde. Not that anybody seems to care.
I care.
We have to share that time with plot points, first one's tech, and learning some backstory. Which brings me to Shadow Weaver and Bo. And some bigger spoilers are here, y'all. We're talking final episode now.
Maybe Mara's last name is Serenia. Or the portal is, Serenia? I'm gonna be honest with you, future Bo. I'm getting nowhere.
Obviously, we knew that Shadow Weaver was Lightspinner, but seeing that backstory was great. We see how magic corrupted her, that she was, in her mind, only trying to do the right thing, and ultimately was forcibly taken by darkness because she didn't have the support and perhaps the acceptance of her peers.
Think of the good we'll do.
There can be no good from this.
So we do nothing?
The princesses will settle the problem.
We also see the moment Shadow Weaver met baby Adora, and how she could instantly sense that this was a special babe.
Can't you feel it? She has power.
Fine, take it. Just get it out of here.
So, could that final shot of her looming over Adora's bed be her turning back to good? Or is she just gonna snatch She-Ra and cause trouble? Gotta wait till season 3. Bo's backstory is also delved into. We meet his 2 dads, adorbs, who for some reason don't support him wearing crop tops. Now, really, they don't support the war effort, and don't see the princesses as the peacekeepers Glimmer and the others believe themselves to be.
You're too young to remember the first failed princess alliance. I'm not. Fought for what I thought was right.
Dad, can we not?
And when I came home, there was nothing left of my village but ash.
It's a really heartwarming episode, though, about how your parents should accept you, no matter who you are or what you want to do. It's great to see such a different side of our favorite carefree archer.
You're not mad? But I'm a fighter, and you hate fighters.
I could never hate you. Never.
The dads happen to be historians, and help send the best friend quad on their next mission. Maybe. We all know Glimmer and Adora aren't great at direction at this point, so they definitely are gonna go to that scary-ass place.
Where we have to go.
What? You can't just go into the Crimson Waste. It's a no man's land, a giant lifeless desert. No one's ever made it that far and come back alive.
And let's not forget, Catra getting got by Hordak. Stupid baby Kurt Wagner had to rat her out to him after losing Shadow Weaver. Is she still alive? Is she gonna be a prisoner now? Why are there only 7 episodes?
This was a test. And you failed.
So, tune in or tune out. I say tune in. It's a quick season, and sure, you don't get as much tasty plot, but the storytelling is still sharp. We're exploring toxic friendships, the burden of expectations, all with its amazing inclusionary cast. With Adventure Time gone and Steven Universe on its way out, She-Ra should definitely be in your rotation to fill their void. I, for one, am excited to see what season 3 brings. Hopefully more episodes.
Adora,
I'm here to rescue you.
More like I'm here to rescue you.
But hey, that's just my opinion. If you have other thoughts on this latest installment in She-Ra, let me know down below. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors on Patreon, especially Roni, and thank you for watching, Space Cowboys. Remember, all things in moderation, except your shows.